It's a joke. It's a travesty. The debacle that is the Philadelphia Eagles continues. You know, I spoke about this multiple times, how I felt like Haason Reddick is underpaid. Clearly, he's underpaid. He knows he's underpaid. I don't know what this is about. Maybe Haason Reddick felt as though, that it was time for them to pay up. It's time for it's time for them to open up the bag, because the way Haason Reddick is performing, there should be no way that the Philadelphia Eagles are allowing him permission to seek a trade. It's laughable, man. It's a joke, man. The organization from top to bottom is falling to pieces. It's falling to pieces. So Ian Rappaport reports that Haason Reddick and the Philadelphia Eagles have agreed to let him seek a trade elsewhere. Haason Reddick, Haason Reddick is going to get moved. Somebody's going to pay for the services of one of the best edge rushers in the game. One of the best edge rushers in the game. You know what I mean? This is a Howie Roseman move. This is a move that says, I'd rather gather some picks so I can, you know what I'm saying, get younger, maybe pay Smitty. I don't know what this one is about, but for a team that has always valued edge rushers and pass rushers, defensive line as a whole, having Haason Reddick, this just doesn't make any sense. Maybe they need to do something because you want to pay Devontae Smith. But, what's the answers there? Are you going to have Nolan Smith coming off that edge now? What are you going to do there? What are you going to do there? It makes absolutely no sense if you're asking me, because the only way that this would make sense is if Haason Reddick is saying he wants to be paid more money. But this is definitely a slap in the face news to get on Super Bowl Sunday, for real. And, the Philadelphia Eagles, they got to figure something out, man. They got to figure something out. You have put yourself in a situation to owe Slay and Bradbury a boatload of money. And now you can't pay one of the guys who's produced. You know what I mean? The production of Haason Reddick over the last 3 or 4 years in the NFL is up there with some of the greats. He was just an all-pro last season when we went to the Super Bowl. You don't get to the Super Bowl probably without Haason Reddick. So I don't understand the notion of, not making Haason Reddick feel like he's a valued member of this team. If Haason Reddick doesn't knock out Brock Purdy, you don't get to the Super Bowl. You probably don't. You might not beat the San Francisco 49ers. If we don't knock that quarterback out the game, we'll never know. We'll never know. Haason Reddick was an absolute demon in the postseason last year. You mean to tell me there's nobody else that you could give permission to seek a trade? Why wouldn't you give this opportunity to a James Bradbury or a Slay? But Haason Reddick, it just don't make no sense, man. And, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted, man, that they couldn't find a way to keep Haason Reddick. I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted. I'm at loss for words, but, this is going to be an interesting development. We have to see where we're going with this, because what do you get for Haason Reddick? You get nothing less than a third-round pick, in my opinion, for a 29-year-old stud of an edge rusher. You get nothing less than a third-round pick. In some cases, you could probably get a low second-round pick for Haason Reddick. He'd be an immediate impact player. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful of stuff like this, because teams in the division are watching. Teams in the division will pay Haason Reddick what he's worth. We got Haason Reddick on a cheap, a prove it type of situation. Maybe this is some type of smoke and mirrors. I don't know, man. But losing Haason Reddick, who didn't have a down year last year, he's still finishing double-digit sacks, back-to-back seasons. Who's the last Eagle to do that? It don't make no sense, man. It doesn't make no sense. Haason Reddick is the best edge rusher on the team. Close second behind him is a Josh Sweat. But what do you do? Is this a move saying, well, Nolan Smith is a first-round pick, we give the reins to him? You know what I mean? In some cases, I don't know if Nolan Smith is ready yet. He damn sure ain't better than Haason Reddick yet. And this is what the Philadelphia Eagles always do. They always justify moves like this by having somebody in the background who was a high draft pick. That's the justification for this, is that Nolan Smith deserves more snaps because of where he was drafted. That's the justification for this. I guarantee you that. We can't pay Haason Reddick because we got Nolan Smith. That's the justification. And you know what I mean? And when you go into things with mindsets like this, you're looking to get lucky. You're leaving too many things to chance. Hassan Reddick is proven. Proven. He's proven off the edge. Nolan Smith hasn't proven anything. He hasn't proven anything. Hassan Reddick is a great mentor to some of these guys, man. And you know, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they gotta come to terms with where they at, and they gotta come to terms with the tone that they setting and the precedents that they setting. For real, for real. You know what I mean? 'Cause this don't make no sense, man. You are closing your own window. You closing your own window, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.